Hi friends, welcome back to our online class, week 3. Today we're going to work on pages 4, 5 and 6, and 7. So I'm going to let you know what we're going to need for that. You're going to need your buttons, brads, what's left of our layered chipboard, our layered dimensionals, stickers, our combo sticker. Then you're going to need your smoochable stripe, your smoochable paper, and your avocado dot, along with your 12 by 12 chipboard. Alright, so Valentine's Day is over, but love is still in the air, so let's keep our attitudes positive as we work on our Just Give a Little Kiss album. So we'll get started with page 4. Alright, starting with page 4, I'm just going to kind of show it to you there for a second so you'll know what we're working on. The first thing you're going to want to do is get about a 2 by 12 inch piece of the smoochable, the stripe, the large stripe, and then cut that in half. And this one you're going to want to scallop, and you can use scissors, your Cricut, your Silhouette, whatever you have on hand to make a scallop, you can do that. We'll put the pattern on, so if you don't have anything like that, you can trace it on the back and cut it out. So cut that in half, and our first piece, we're going to go just above these little loopies on the heart, and the center of our piece is going to go over that hole. So about somewhere in there. And then the second one is going to go below this pink heart and below the hole. So about there. So adhere those down and then just trim so it's the same shape as our page. Alright, you could also on this make you a piece that was 7 inches by 3 inches and then either cut or Cricut or whatever out your scallops and then put that strip there. Don't forget to punch your hole so that your rings are going to go through it when we get to that point. Now you're going to want to take a piece that's just half an inch, and use a border punch and punch out. I did the whole 12 inches, but it's just going to go right along here. Actually right over the hole. I should have maybe waited. So I'm just going to adhere that down and trim it off. Then you want to put a piece of the large purple ribbon on top of that there, and then trim it and go to that point and then punch your hole again. Alright, now all we have to do is place our sticker, our bow, and our button. I'm going to give my sticker just a little extra stick. And that's just going to go right along where the pink paper and the ribbon meet. Depends on how much of your purple ribbon you want to show. And then our purple bow is going to stick right on there. And our button's going to stick on top of the ribbon. We'll give that about 10 or 15 seconds and that page will be done, and we'll move on to 5. For page 5 you're going to need a 2-inch piece of the light pink twine, a 3-inch piece of green, a 2-inch piece of the dark pink, 4 inches of the purple, and 3 inches of the green, along with a 6-inch piece of the small green ribbon that has a little peak at the end. And we're going to start with that piece, and we're going to fold over the top to make a tab, And then about 3 inches in, whoops, we're going to adhere that down. And I like that this paper has a little grid in it so you can kind of keep your ribbons straight. So do it kind of right where these flourishes end. And we're going to stick him coming off the top and then stick him down like that. So after you stick down the green ribbon, you'll want to get this piece off your 12 by 12 chipboard and sand around its edges. And we're going to put that, I've used a little foam squares, left the middle blank where my ribbon's going to be. Just a little extra adhesive. I'm going to place that, make sure you put your heart down. And that's going to go down the center. Right there. Now we're going to do our little ribbons. Let me show you what we're doing. Sorry, I forgot to do that. So we've done this ribbon, this chipboard piece. Now we're going to place all of these ribbons, and then we'll put the bows and the buttons and the other bows that we already have prepared from day one on top. So your pink's going to go in about 1 inch, 2 inches, ½ an inch, just so that it, you know, is right along there. And then your purple. Okay, so after you've stuck on your strings, I'm just going to put a little glob of glue at the end and at the top of each of them for the buttons and the bows. Our green piece we're going to use on the next page, so just keep him there. All right, and then you're just going to match. I don't know why that makes me so happy that those little bows are just stiff. But it does. Once that's dry. Now, on the original album, because she has the picture here, she has Daddy's Huggable and Kissable Girl. So she's used the little tiny type and then a sticker and some bling. I'm going to leave that up to you to decide what you want to put there. I'm going to wait until I get pictures so I know who's on that other side before I actually fill that in. Oh, and we've got to add our green bows here. I almost forgot. I'm just going to set that aside and let that dry. And I'm going to move on to side 6. For this side, you're going to need a avocado photo mat, and those measurements again are 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then you're going to need a piece that's 2 by 3 inches with the scalloped edge. And we're going to adhere our scallop edge onto our photo mat, and then we're going to stick that on here. And it's actually going to come off of the page a little bit. Let me show you this one. So that guy's actually going to hang down just a little bit right there. Okay, on the actual album, we just used some flowers that we had. For my album, I used my Silhouette Cameo, and I cut out some flowers out of the paper, the matching double dot that I'm using, and then I just ran them through my Cuttlebug with a little dot and sanded over them. So those are the flowers I'm going to use. And then leaves, I just hand cut those out. Because if they're different shapes and sizes, it's more real. Just gonna layer these together. You can be creative with your flowers. You could add more if you want, less if you want. I'm gonna put a brad through each of those. Okay, and then I'm actually gonna give these guys some foam dimension there. All right, and right along these, we're gonna put this green twine. And now we'll get a button and a bow. I'm also going to give it a double dot bow. And then I'm just going to pick off of my combo sticker a couple quotes that coordinate with my photo. So I'm going to wait until I get the photo on there, and then I'm going to pick, you know, fall in love, I cherish you, a love story, and I'm going to add a couple of those right there. So we'll just give that a second to dry, and we'll move on to the other side. We're almost there. Okay, for the last page that we're going to work on today, you'll need the big piece out of your 12 by 12 chipboard that we glittered the edge of, and about an 8-inch piece of the large brown double dot ribbon. And we're going to punch holes in this journaling block somewhere right in there. We're going to tie a knot in one side. And then we'll thread that through. Let me show you so you can see what we're doing. We're going to knot it and put it right through the top there. And then it has a bow on it. So that's what we're working on. We're going to knot it, thread it through, knot it, and then we'll attach it on. And then here, she's so very lovable. Again, Daddy's holding his little girl. So we're going to leave that for you to use your tiny type and add whatever matches your photo. So let's go to there. Okay, this is going to sit on our page like this. So this bottom corner is not going to be stuck. So if you want, just leave the backing on the sticker on this corner and just rip the rest of it off. leave that little bit on. And I'm going to give this ribbon a little adhesive to stick there, and then we're going to put one of our large brown bows right here on top. And because that ribbon's under there, you're going to kind of have to give it some pressure and hold it for a minute so it sticks. And we're just going to add 2 little stickers right here. And this side will be done. Alright, so the last layered chipboard we're going to use is this cute little green heart. And we're going to put couple foam dots on the back of it. How many of you guys find that you have these little foam square backing things everywhere? They are all over my house. They're throughout my layouts. People will always ask, well, what's that little white dot, or what's that little white square? I'm like, oh, I put that there on purpose. Haha. They're such a wonderful product, but they're so annoying. Okay, so that guy's just going to go right there below that knot. And then we're going to put this cute little pink sucker just kind of under him with one of our cute purple twine bows that we already have prepared on there. Look, I even have one stuck on me. I wonder if it came off there. Anyway, they're everywhere. So there you go. And we have our cute hanging sign that we're gonna put a little quote that matches our photo on the next page. So 4, 5, 6, and 7. They are my favorite pages of the album. Those two don't go together. It's over here drawing. I just think that is so much fun. Bam! Open it. Huge heart right in the middle of your album. Alrighty, week 3, we're set. I will see you guys next Monday. Have a good week.